Let's hop right into a 2026 fantasy football draft, and I'm going to do the weekly winners. It's just a $10 entry. Anyone who's new to this, you might like this. The advancement rates are not really there. It's mostly just about a weekly prize breakdown. So you don't have to advance through playoffs. Every single week, they do payouts of $20K to first place, $10K to second place, $5.5K to third place. It's a nice structure rate here for only $10 to be able to potentially have a really good week and win some good money. So we're going to hop right into that. And of course, if you're new and you want in on the next one, or you just want to get in yourself, all you need to do is either grab the link that's in the description of the video that says Play Underdog Sports and use code FFR to sign up, or better yet, just go download the app from the App Store, the Underdog app, and then use code FFR to sign up from there. But that's the important part, because when you sign up using my code FFR, you'll get a free copy of the best Underdog draft strategies and their advancement rates. It's a valuable Google Sheet, been putting it together over the years. Information straight from the source of Underdog. This is not guessing. This is exactly the data that they've been giving about their best and worst draft strategies, all together for you in a nice organized Google Sheet. So you'll get that for free when you sign up using my code. And we need 4 more people. 4 more people in this weekly winners tournament right here. So let's go ahead and get this one filled out as soon as possible. But happy Wednesday to you guys. Hopefully everybody's doing well today. It's been a busy day for me, but I hope everyone is doing well. And I'm looking forward to talking some ball with you guys. Not much news going on. Not really too many things that we need to discuss as far as news. Still quiet. You know, it's going to be quiet up until a couple more weeks from now. We're a couple weeks away at this point from training camp, and that's where things really start to pop off. So make sure you're staying tuned. And that leads me to this. Make sure you drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel to show your support, help the channel grow, and especially if you're new, I go live every day, so don't miss a future live stream. Let's get this weekly winners filled up. We're sitting here at 4. Alias, good to see you in here, man. Happy Wednesday to you. I've always wanted to do that. You got to do it then. You got to do it. Maybe on your road trip. See if you can get in the Underdog draft, man. Good to see you. Franklin Aris, good to see you, man. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy Wednesday. What news came out about Jadarian Price yesterday? So I wouldn't even say it was like really news, but what happened was Jadarian Price, I think it was a combo of like Seahawks coaching staff / beat reporting that was saying that, you know, they never drafted Jadarian Price in the first round for him to be a workhorse back. They drafted him to, you know, hold a key role, but never to be a workhorse and take over the backfield. They're still going to give Charbonnet a bunch of work when he gets back, and for now, they're just going to continue to work with Jadarian Price. They're going to continue to work with Emmanuel Wilson and George Holani. So it basically was to indicate that Jadarian Price is not going to be like a 3-down back for them. He's going to be somebody that's going to have, he's going to have this kind of mixed role where he's going to be a role player, and maybe he's the most important back, but it's going to cause him to drop in drafts. So that was really the news on that. Like I said, I don't know if I'd call it news, but it was valuable information in regards to him for sure. Good to see you, man. Jedi Loco, good to see you, man. Hopefully you're doing well on this beautiful Wednesday, and thank you for being a member of the loyal Roundup family. Good morning. Yeah, maybe it's morning for you. I've been up for a while, man. Good to see you, though. Smooth Criminal, good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Dalmatian Draft. No, this is the weekly winners. We're trying to get this one filled up. And it's a good advancement structure, man. Honestly, for people who are new to Underdog, you'll probably like this because it's not an advancement situation. It's payouts weekly, weeks 1 through 17, that are really good for a $10 price point. We finally got it filled up. I am sitting here at the 110, and I'm ready to get in. Jedi's in here with me. Let's freaking go, Jedi. Good to have you in the draft and the chat. And Smooth Criminal, good to see you too. Alias, think Andy Reid will improve Justin Fields at all? Or is Fields already simply what he is? It's a good question. Honestly, I think the popular sentiment will be that he is what he is. I'm going to hold out a little bit on Justin Fields, and I'll tell you the reason why. If you look at Justin Fields' career so far, in Chicago, in Pittsburgh, in New York, every single one of those coaches he had as a head coach was a defense-first head coach. And typically what happens is a lot of those defense-first guys, like even with D'Amico Ryans, who's one of my favorites, they sometimes struggle with offense. They can be tone-deaf offensively. So I think that being that it's his first year under a not only offensive head coach, one of the best offensive head coaches of all time, I'll give him a chance. I'll give him a chance to see if he can develop into something more. I don't have tons of confidence. I do think he struggles to see the field. I do think he struggles to process, which those are just like key things you got to kind of have as quarterback. And I don't know how easy it is to coach that into someone, but I'll hold out a little bit of hope into Justin Fields. Now, obviously, he's not going to play much. He may not play at all if Mahomes ends up playing the majority of the season. But I do think it's something that could benefit him to sit behind Mahomes and just learn how to actually play the quarterback position. It's a good question. Kawasu, good to see you in here, man. Hopefully you're doing well on this Wednesday. Was able to get 4 little Dalmatians in before it filled. I think I only got 3. We did 3 the one night, or the one day that it dropped, and that was it. I haven't taken him at all. Or, I'm sorry, I haven't gotten in, those were the only ones I was able to get into. So, you got more than me, so be happy about that, I guess. Good to see you in here, man. Jedi Loco, hell yeah, always, my boy. I know I can count on you, man. I know I can count on you. Loyal member of the Roundup family and always down to draft, man. It's always good to have you a part of this stream. Weekly winners, in theory, it definitely changes the strategy, and I don't typically use the draft sheet for this one because it's not an advancement structure system, so I usually just go by feel. Hopefully one of these will work out because I do like the structure of this. I don't think JJ has a super high weekly ceiling. I think CD has a higher weekly ceiling. So I'll go ahead and take CD in this one. Braden Geyer, good to see you, man. Happy Wednesday to you. Hopefully you're doing well for yourself. Join the stream slightly late, but I'll join the next draft. Well, we'll be here, man. We will be here. You're not too late. It's better late than never. And we could do whatever next. I'm in the weekly winners right now, but I'm down for the Eliminator, down for another weekly winners, down for Best Ball Mania. I don't really want to get in the Dalmatian. I don't want to get into anything super, super expensive because I'm just don't have tons of funds right now in the account. So we're trying to ration a little bit, so we'll stay on the cheapish side. But good to see you, man. You guys start voting what you want to get into. YO Viking, good to see you, man. Happy Wednesday to you. Hopefully you're doing well. Good seeing the everyday drafts. You like Hampton this year? Well, first of all, thank you for being in here. Again, it's good to have you back in the chat. We're going Hampton to display how much I do like him. I love Hampton this year. I think Hampton has league-winning upside. I think that somebody asked me a really good question that I keep going back to. It was like 2 weeks ago, probably, at this point on the stream. Somebody asked me to name a running back that I think has sneaky running back one upside, not named Jahmyr Gibbs or Bijan Robinson. For me, that guy is Hampton and also Cam Scatterbo. I think that Hampton, man, even if he doesn't have like an in-depth receiving role, I think he has top 3 to 5 upside in just a rushing role. Because I think the offense will be good enough for him to get 12-plus rushing touchdowns. Now you add on, if he does get the receiving role for the most part, and Keaton Mitchell's really just a handcuff, then I think we're talking RB1 upside. So to me, the offense is going to be improved. The offensive line is certainly improved. I think Mike McDaniel, everyone would agree, is an upgrade. I think Hampton is in line for a huge season. So yeah, I think Hampton is great this year. Good question, man. Good to see you in here. Braden Geyer, when did CD start going after Jay Jettas? Well, this might be just a weekly winner situation because if you notice, Josh Allen just went the 207. Weekly winners, there's different ADPs just because it's a different type of way of playing best ball. So I don't think that that's actually the case in regular best ball, but it is the case in weekly winners. Just my hunch. We'll have to check that later on. Rodney McCracken, good to see you, man. Happy Wednesday to you. What are your thoughts on Jonathan Brooks? His ADP at 104 seems high to me. You're preaching to the choir. I think Jonathan Brooks is a gross overdraft. I think that, listen, man, if you want to put him in the 13th round and have me debate between him and Woody Marks, I'll still take Woody Marks. People know I'll take Woody Marks, but it's a closer discussion because these are running backs that are probably RB2s but have a role. When you're putting him in the 10th round price range around guys like Kenneth Gainwell, I have no confidence in making that pick over Kenny G. And Kenny G's just an example. Like, there's Aaron Jones in that range. There's Rachaad White in that range. These are guys that are pretty much guaranteed to have a role on their team. Jonathan Brooks is not guaranteed. We haven't seen him do anything in the NFL. He's not even fully healthy yet by some accounts. So it's so high. I mean, I hated it back when he was like, he's risen up drafts recently. So he originally was like an 11th, 12th round pick. I didn't like it back then. And I certainly don't like it now at the 104. I can tell you that much. Going off of feel, I'm going to take Egbuka here because I'm fine with either Kyron or Cam Scadaboo. Hopefully one of them will fall to me. I'm hopeful that I can get Cam Scadaboo because Kyron just went. But, yeah, man. That's a good question on Jonathan Brooks. I've been on this hill for a while, man. I think that he is so overhyped as a player entirely. Cam Scadaboo gone. That's a bummer for me. But Rodney, good to see you, man. Again, happy Wednesday to you. YO Viking, couldn't have said it better myself. Dude, yeah, I love me some Amari and Hampton, man. It's been no secret in this chat, that's for sure. Love me some Amari and Hampton. Braden Geyer, I see. I've never done this draft before. Yeah, this is a new one for me. This is probably my 4th or 5th time doing weekly winners, so I haven't done it much myself. I think I'm going to have to take Lamar here in the 4th. I think that's a solid price for him in weekly winners. In regular best ball, he's a 5th round cost. I like to keep it there. But in this one, I'll take Lamar. Alias, what's the highest you think Trey Tucker could/will finish at? I think he has top 10 potential, or is that a stretch? I think top 10 is definitely a stretch. I think that with Bowers there, I think it's very hard to see a wide receiver having that kind of upside. And especially since I think, like, I love Trey Tucker, you know this, Alias. I think that there has to be a certain point where it's like, okay, probably a little bit crazy. Because top 10, man, like Michael Wilson, for example, right? Michael Wilson was the wide receiver too from the point Marvin was injured on. And that was still with Trey McBride. So it's like, why can't Trey Tucker do the same? Michael Wilson's just a little different, man. He's a bigger bodied guy. He could run a lot of different routes on the route tree. I think that he has more upside as a player than Trey Tucker does. Like, I think Trey Tucker can be, in my opinion, a top 20 guy. I think top 20 is definitely where I could see him finishing. And I think the median for him is honestly like wide receiver 30. Like, I think either way, he's a value at cost. I think if he doesn't hit his ceiling, I still love Trey Tucker because he's so low cost and he's going to be important to the offense. But top 10, yeah, that's a little nuts because Bowers being there is a huge thing. And also, again, just with Michael Wilson, I think that's the one comparison you can make. But Michael Wilson's just a little bit different. I think he just has more potential. He's bigger. And I don't think that we'll get that type of performance out of Trey Tucker this year. But top 20, that's very much in the cards. That's what I believe personally. It's a good question because I've never really put a cap on what I think Trey Tucker could be. But I think Trey Tucker is someone I could see definitely in that range. Weekly upside, man. I think that, you know what? I'm going to go with Bashul Tootin. I'm going to do something a little different in this one. Take him here. Maybe see if I get some upside weeks from him. I think he has a chance to, like, as much as I dislike Bashul Tootin at cost, I think that he does have a shot to be like 30-point weeks sometimes. I think he's got a chance of that, but I still don't like him. I still am not quite fond of him. And then I'm definitely targeting receiver here. Jadarian Price is actively falling. He is actively falling at this point. You know, I really like the upside of BTJ a lot of times, man. I think I'm going to go with Rome, though. I just have too much confidence in Rome to be a high upside guy. But BTJ definitely would have been a good pick there. I would have liked that, too. Rodney says, I agree on Jonathan Brooks. Yeah, dude, it just jumped the shark for me, man. Like, it was already, I just never been in on the player. Like, I didn't think he was that good of a prospect. I was kind of in the minority on that. Wasn't big on the prospect itself. Hasn't done anything in the NFL, and yet people are still pricing him as if he's going to take over potentially. I don't see that. It'd be much more reasonable if he was going in that Woody Marks range. But that's just not the case. And it won't be at this point. His price isn't going to drop much lower, if at all. Braden Geyer, no one else is voting, so I guess I'll be the first one. Let's do BBM. We got to vote for Best Ball Mania. You guys let me know in the chat what you want to do. Majority wins or Super Chat wins. So you guys let me know. And, of course, if you do want to get in the next draft, it's a good time to download the Underdog app from the App Store or grab the link in the description and use code FFR to sign up for Underdog. And then when you get in the next draft with us, I'll send you your free copy of the best Underdog draft strategies and their advanced rates. It's a Google sheet, very easy to digest, and it's going to help you with Underdog drafts because all of this data on here that I pulled is straight from Underdog itself. Potent P, good to see you, man. Feels like it's been a while. Hopefully you're doing well for yourself. This is really my first year getting heavily invested into best ball. And the biggest thing I've noticed is how different the ADP and player takes differ so much compared to redraft. There's definitely a difference. I would say that it's not tremendously different because the way I play fantasy football anyways is you got to go for upside. In best ball, it's all about upside. Redraft, it's different, right? Like I talk about weekly upside, man. I think DK probably has. This is going to be one of my rare times taking DK. Wide receiver 4, DK Metcalf. I actually kind of like that right there. I just think he's got. I think he has a lot of weekly potential to have like 30-point weeks. But, yeah, man, like, for example, Garrett Wilson's a great example. Someone that I don't like in redraft at all because I think he won't be stable enough to be used as a wide receiver 2 consistently. But in best ball, I can understand it a little bit more because it's like he does have a weekly ceiling of like 25 to 28 points. And I don't have to make that decision every single week. So there are differences in that aspect. But I don't think it's tremendously different in the sense that if I'm looking at Parker Washington versus Cortland Sutton, I'd rather go with Sutton because I think his upside on a weekly basis may be a little bit higher. We'll wait on quarterback a little longer. Let's go with Xavier Worthy. Shake it up a little bit. But good to see you in here, man. Hopefully you're doing well, Potent P. Alias, Raiders won't be wide receiver usage heavy. they will be more run-heavy and short throws, I expect. I kind of expect a very similar thing, which is, again, kind of what also goes into me saying Trey Tucker, I don't see top 10 upside. Like, I think that might be a little wishful thinking. And it's okay, because, like, I think Trey Tucker, to me, has top 20 upside. I think he does. But top 10, there's got to be a point where we say that's probably crazy. And I think for me, top 10 is definitely crazy. But stranger things have happened, man. I mean, maybe he is Michael Wilson. Maybe he is that guy who can come in there and be someone that on a weekly basis can give you, I mean, we already know the weekly upside is high. We already know that. So maybe he turns into more consistent performance when defenses are focused in on him. Because I think that's the key that separates him from Wilson, is that Wilson, a little bit more physical, a little bigger. He can handle, if there's double coverage over to him. I don't think that Trey Tucker could do that. I think he's limited in that regard. John Termini, good to see you in here, man. Happy Wednesday to you. What's up, Ryan with a B? Yeah, dude, it's a silent B. That's what we've fallen on. It's like in Step Brothers when they were doing their interview with Pam, but she had a silent N. That was the cause of confusion during the interview. So that's my name. Ryan with a silent B. Good to see you in here, man. Alias said it best. Silent B. Silent B. You guys are freaking jokers, man. You guys are freaking jokers. Oh, man. All right. Quarterbacks have definitely been going off the board. Was hopeful Michael Wilson could have made it back to me, but that's okay. I've got 5 receivers. I could stand to take some more running backs, take a tight end here soon. Tight ends also go earlier in this as well. They do. I have noticed that. Kenny G going, that's kind of a blow. I was going to say Purdy does make sense here, but that's okay. We're going to go Rachaad White. Another week 7. So week 7, we're kind of punting on that, which is okay. Week 7 is we're punting on it. That's okay in this type of format right here. Weekly winners, we can just punt on week 7. That's all right. I think I got to go quarterback, to be honest. I'm going to take Baker, be done with quarterback, and then we'll need to pick some tight ends here soon. That's what we'll have to do. Big Country, good to see you in here, man. Happy Wednesday to you. Hopefully you're doing well. This weather in West Texas here lately has been so bipolar. Reminds me of Aaron Rodgers' mood swings. West Texas, man, yeah, how is it out there? It can't be cold this time of year, right? Are you just saying rain versus no rain? West Texas doesn't get much rain, though, so I'd be kind of shocked. Is it actually cold over there right now? There's no freaking way. Good to see you, man. John Termini says vote for weekly. All right, so we got 1 vote for the weekly winners and 1 vote for Best Ball Mania as it stands. So you guys need to break the tie. Keep filling up the chat with your votes. Alias, the most annoying thing I expect with Trey Tucker in redraft is starting him when he scores less than 10 fantasy points and sitting him then 1 or 2 games he hits 30-plus points. I expect that to happen. Yeah, I think that's also a possibility too. I think that there's going to be – I think he'll be more consistent this year. I think he will because Clint Kubiak is just a huge upgrade from Chip Kelly, who I think is so fraudulent in every sense of the word. I think he's a fraud, and I think that with Trey Tucker, he'll just have more weekly floor because he'll be more consistently involved, and he's got better quarterback play as well. Like, that's the other factor to this. I don't care who it is. Nobody is worse than Geno Smith. There just isn't anyone worse than him. And you can call it, well, the offensive line let him down. I don't care, to be honest. Like, he just sucked, and that's that. But they have a better offensive line this year. Their quarterback, in my opinion, upgrade, whether it's Mendoza for the majority of the year or Kirk Cousins. So to me, you factor that in with the coaching change in a positive light. I think he's got a chance to have a higher floor. Give you like an 8-point floor. I think that is on the table for Trey Tucker. Of course, he's going to have bad games, but overall, I think there's a world where he averages like 10 to 11 fantasy points per game. And obviously has high-end weeks. Big country? No, sir. It doesn't rain much here in Midland. It'd just be 110 Tuesday and then 84 on Wednesday. Okay, so it's not cold. You just go back. You ping pong back and forth from 84, nice day outside, feels great. You want to be out in the sun, to 110, get me inside the house and into AC. That's where you're at right now. Yeah, it doesn't rain that much out there. I've never personally been to Midland, but went to school in Lubbock for Texas Tech, Reckham Tech, and I got my fix of how different it is there than it is here. I mean, it doesn't rain much here, but it rains more here than it does in Lubbock. I'll tell you that much. I'll definitely say that. Midland life, it's got to be interesting. I already got Rashad White, so I'm not going to go Bill. I'm going to go with Isaiah Likely here. I like the prospect of potentially going with Charbonnet here. If he's not there, I think Brenton Strange is someone I'm getting kind of high on at this point. I'm going to go with Zach Charbonnet. I need more running backs. It's going to hurt to give up Brenton Strange, but we'll be all right. We will adjust, and we will get by. We will persevere like we always do. You guys let me know what's going on in y'all's lives. I'm curious. Football is just a couple weeks away, man. As far as I'm concerned, training camp is where we start to get real intense. I'm excited for it. Ben Chubb, good to see you, man. Happy Wednesday to you. First time catching you live. Well, I appreciate that. It's good to have you in here. What are your thoughts on Dobbs? You think he'll be a real wide receiver too, or a solid flex for fantasy? I don't think he has a chance to be a wide receiver too in fantasy. I think that's very, very unlikely. I mean, I think that he'll be in a very similar role to what he was in with Green Bay, possibly less. Because I still personally think that Kyle Williams is going to take a leap this year. And I've really enjoyed taking Kyle Williams towards the end of drafts, especially when I have May, because he's going undrafted. But that being said, I think that Dobbs, obviously the veteran presence, the contract he's on, are going to ensure that he has, at the very least, a similar role in Green Bay. Like, he'll get red zone work, he'll get deep work. He will be used in certain situations where it makes the most sense for him like that. I just don't think he's ever going to have a wide receiver 2 ceiling, man. I don't think that he's that type of player. I think, at best, wide receiver 3, very spotty production where he has like 2 touchdown performances. And I think that if AJ goes down, people will expect Dobbs to take over, and he'll continue to disappoint like he has over the years. So I think for me personally, man, I just don't see that upside with Dobbs. A flex, I think he'll be like a lower-end flex option. I wouldn't say solid. Like I said, I just don't think the weekly floor is going to change very much from what it was in Green Bay. I just really don't. I'm going to make sure I get A.J. Barner here as my tight end 2. I like that. I like it a lot. And we'll see what is left of receivers. But Ben Chubb, good question, man, and appreciate you hopping in. Hopefully we'll see you in the chat more often these days. Braden Geyer with returning and receiving spikes. Oh, what'd you say? You said if this format requires weekly upside, I feel like Shaheed is as good as it gets. Yeah, Shaheed, honestly, not a bad pick in this this type of format. I don't think Rashid Shaheed's a terrible pick in general in best ball. What I've fallen on, man, is just there's just a lot of guys I like better in his range. Like, I like Jaden Higgins' upside on a weekly basis more. I like Trey Tucker's upside on a weekly basis more. So usually I just find myself overlooking him. Is there a real chance Trey Tucker can take over? I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm going to do it. We're going to go Trey Harris, not Trey Tucker. My boy Trey Tucker was stolen from me in the middle of the night. I do not get him, and I'm very upset about it. Big Country was only able to get 4 drafts in the Little Dalmatian before it filled. Maybe they'll come out with another small one in a few days. Yeah, I only was able to get 3, so you got me beat. I would expect them to drop the puppy next week. That's my guess, is that usually it's once a month a new puppy comes out. So the puppy 3, I think, will drop next week. That's my personal guess. They usually have, I doubt something else will drop before the 4th of July. I would bet that the rest of the week is kind of just going to be what it is. But I would imagine after the 4th, like the Monday after, I think that's when the puppy 3 is going to drop. That's my guess. But I could be wrong. You never know. As we stand right now, it still is a split vote between the Best Ball Mania and the weekly winners. So you guys need to keep voting what you want to do next. Razor's Edge, good to see you in here, man. Happy Wednesday to you. Hopefully you're doing well. I love where J.K. Dobbins is going. Yeah, I like it too. I wouldn't say I'm in love with it, but I do think it's going to be fantastic to get a running back with that kind of weekly floor in the 8th round. The only problem really is that there's actually 2. Number 1 is that injuries you just kind of have to expect it at this point with him, unfortunately. He just has never been able to stay healthy. Number 2 is that with him in particular, man, I do think he has limited ceiling sometimes because he's not a receiving back. He was not the goal line back a lot last year, so he was really just a between-the-20s beast who is extremely efficient, but is not someone that I don't think is going to expand on goal line usage and certainly not in receiving usage. So there is a certain point where it's like I don't want to draft him like in the 6th, the 7th. But as we stand like the back of the 8th, I think that price is pretty decent. Good to see you in here, man. Luffy K, good to see you, man. Happy Wednesday to you. There were like 10 puppies last year, I feel like. I think, yeah, there was a lot. I think it was like 5. I think they had 5 puppies, if I remember correctly. That was more than they ever have. Yeah, the puppy draft was, there were several. I think in August they must have dropped like 2 or 3. Because I think they had, what I'm saying, I think they'll drop the puppy 3 on Monday. Start of a new month, that's usually what they do historically. But I think they did drop like 2 or 3 in August last year. I'm going to go with Dylan Sampson here. I feel like I've been lower on Sampson over the last couple of weeks. But I've taken him a lot before that, for sure. I've been pretty pro Dylan Sampson for a lot of the offseason. What are the chances, man, that Njoku just has several touchdown games? I think that is not out of the question. I'm also good with Tank Dell. Njoku gone, we'll take Tank Dell. We'll be done with receivers, too. No stack for Lamar, but that's okay. I don't really need it. Luffy K, good to see you, man. Big Country, my weekly winner is my vote. Okay, so that's 2. Yeah, that's 2 votes, weekly winners. So it looks like, unless there's a last-minute change-up, does look like weekly winners is going to be the next one. Crozy, good to see you, man. Happy Wednesday to you. Do you think May is worth keeping in the 13th round next year? My keeper league options are buns, not going to lie. Oh, yeah, May is well worth it, dude. May's price this year compared to last year is so worth it. The beauty of keeper leagues is that you need to attack it from a value perspective. So if you have a 13th rounder from last year who is now a 6th rounder in most formats, that's a tremendous jump that you get to keep for a 13th round pick. So that is a no-brainer to me, especially if he's your best option. That's absolutely a no-brainer. So, yeah, to me, like, I'm always value-driven. Like, Drake May in the 13th, who's now going in the 6th, compared to, like, I'm trying to think of someone. Compared to, like, Cortland Sutton, who was going in the 6th and is now going in the 8th. You know, those types of values you want to make sure you're getting the upper hand on. And with Drake May, that's a huge upper hand. So absolutely, I would do that. Good to see you in here, man. Hopefully we'll see you in the chat more often. Tyreek Hill at the 1607. George Holani, the Holani Hive is going nuts right now at the 1705. Okay. We're going to go with the tight end at some point. Not feeling it yet, though. Let's take the upside with Jordan James. If McCaffrey goes down. And then tight end here. I like Theo, man. I'm going to keep going with Theo if he's available. If he's not available, I'll go Mayer. Crozy says, okay, bet. Yeah, my other options were people like Ladd and Bucky. It's an easy May pick, man. I think that, dude, you're getting such good value on May. Like, you get to keep him for a 13th round pick. That's a no-brainer. It's a no-friggin' brainer. So yeah, I'm happy for you. That's a good keeper. That is not a bad keeper at all. So good for you, man. But yeah, like I said, hopefully we'll see you around here more often. John Termini, what do you think about Alvin Kamara as your 5th running back? You could do much worse, man. You could do much worse. I think Theo Johnson, I'm going to take that and run with it. I think you could do much worse than Kamara. It's just that with him, I don't know what the role is going to look like this year. Because at this point, I feel like he just looks so much worse than he ever has. And I don't know how he recuperates the athleticism that it looks like he lost last year. Devin Neal, I'm not saying he's going to take over. I just think that Etienne will obviously get pulled off the field, which will leave Kamara there for a lot of opportunities in the receiving game. So you could do worse. I just, again, prefer other backs in that range. Like Samson, I think is a great pick. Brian Robinson, I honestly would probably pick him just because if Bijan goes down, he's going to get a lot of work. Jordan James, if McCaffrey goes down, going to get a lot of work. So there's other options that I do like. Nick Singleton, that has the upside to take over the backfield, but yeah, you could do worse. All right, so here we go. CeeDee Lamb, Amarian Hampton, Emeka Egbuka, Lamar Jackson, Bashal Tootin, Rome Odunze, DK Metcalf, Xavier Worthy, Rashad White, Baker Mayfield, Isaiah Likely, Zach Charbonnet, AJ Barner, Trey Harris, Dylan Sampson, Tank Dell, Jordan James, and Theo Johnson. So you guys let me know what you think of that weekly winners team right there. And if you haven't already, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel to show your support and help the channel grow. If you're new, you need to be subscribed and hit the bell so you don't miss future streams because I'm live every single day doing these drafts. And it looks like the winner was the weekly winners again. So we're going to hop into that. If you're new and you want in, it's a good structure. It's a $10 entry, $20K to first place, $10K to second place. And these are weekly payouts, by the way. Weeks 1 through 17, this is what they do for the top scoring teams. So if you want in, just grab the link in the description that says Play Underdog Sports, or better yet, go to the Underdog app on the App Store, download it from there. But when you're signing up, just make sure to use code FFR because when you do and you play, I'll send you a free copy of the best Underdog draft strategies and their advanced rates. It's a Google sheet of info pulled directly from Underdog, data directly from them in a very digestible format that'll help you do well this year on Underdog. So let's count it down. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'd say it's time to get into some weekly winners, man. Let's freaking do this. The weekly winners, we need 6 people in on this one. Let's get this one moving, man. Let's get it moving. Crozy says, thanks for the answer, bro. I'll be here for sure. If I can't catch the stream, I'm watching vids. Good to hear, man. I appreciate you catching this stream. It's good to have you in the chat. So, like I said, hopefully we'll keep seeing you. And, yeah, I'm always down to answer as many questions as you guys throw at me. The only thing I continue to say, and I will continue to say it because it does bother me during the year when people say I only answer paid questions. Obviously, if I'm getting paid to answer a question, I'm going to answer that question. But during the offseason, that should prove to you guys I enjoy, just purely, genuinely enjoy talking to the chat. So hopefully nobody takes that personally during the season because I love talking to you guys. Waiting on 2 people. Let's get this one full. Money and a Thing, good to see you, man. How you been today? Hopefully you're doing well. Rodney McCracken, I love Bo Nix ADP. And yes, I drink the orange Kool-Aid. Go Broncos. Well, I actually love Bo's ADP as well. I think that he is a very sneaky pick. Because the thing, man, is that people, I don't even know if people realize this. Bo Nix has had 2 straight QB7 finishes. And he's being priced as the quarterback 14 in best ball drafts. QB 16 in weekly winners. So I think that's a little nuts because I think that he's going to be like the problem with Bo over the last couple of years, the floor has been really low. He's capable of crushing a week. But I think with Waddle this year, that floor goes up. So to me personally, I love Bo. I love Bo at cost this year. And I don't think you have to be a Broncos fan to love it. So I like it a lot. The only concern really that's there is he as mobile post ankle injury? That's the only concern. One more person for weekly winners. Let's do this. Money and a Thing. Kamara is older than evolution. He is, yes. He is older than the concept of evolution, which is millions of years old. Kamara is the longest living citizen known to man. Good to have your personality in here, man, as always. Big Country, Braylon Allen, Jaden Blue also. I'm getting more in on Jaden Blue. I'm not really in on Braylon Allen just because the offense isn't good enough for me to get excited about a running back too. And I get it, like Aaron Glenn, oh, we're going to have a three-headed back monster. That excites me even less. Because it's like, if we were talking about the Lions or the Bears offense, yeah, I'm in on that. But we're talking about the Jets offense, so I can't get too excited. All right, here we go. Sweaty assist at the 102, Digger at the 104. We got me at the 111, so let's get into it, man. Let's do this. Carosi says, people are getting paid from these drafts. How does the point system even work if nobody is playing? I'm not really sure I understand the question, but yeah, the like this one we got into, it's weekly payouts of 20K to first place, 10K to second place, big payouts like that. What best ball is that we draft this team right here. We just drafted that last team you were here for. So the way best ball works is there's no waiver wire. There's no trades to make. What I draft is my team the whole season. And on a weekly basis, instead of making start-sit decisions based on matchups, I don't have to touch my lineup. There is no lineup, and every score at each position will automatically be logged on a weekly basis as the best possible score. So if I draft two quarterbacks, the best score at quarterback every week will be logged. And goes down the list. For running backs, receivers, it's a 3 wide receiver format, 1 flex. So that's the way best ball works on Underdog. And in my opinion, it's a really good way for people who are new to fantasy football, not that you are, just in general, to get into it, because you're drafting against some of the better drafters in the world on Underdog. That's a fact. And you're going to realize when you draft in best ball, not only will you have fun and give yourself a lot of upside, but you'll also be in a position to where you'll be in a position to where when you do a redraft league, you'll see tons of values compared to where they go in best ball. So it opens your eyes in a big way to redraft values and like how you could take advantage of those to your advantage on a yearly basis. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I would highly recommend. I do it every single day. That's how much I love it. Weekly winners, man. I'll just go with Genty. I don't want to go with JJ. If JJ's there at the 202, I guess I'll do it. But, yeah, man. I feel the desire to go with Hampton again. I can't lie. I'm going Hampton and I'm going Genty to start this one out. Robsters, good to see you in here, man. Happy Wednesday to you. Jordan James, CMC Glass Bones this year. Been loving the 111 going James Cook and Hampton. Yeah, man, I do worry about McCaffrey. I've talked about it all offseason. You've probably seen it. I think that he's a big concern, and for that reason, I've taken probably in excess of 20 shares of Jordan James. Because I think if someone does go down, it does seem to be Jordan James. That being said, I also have the other running back, Kalon Black, in probably 10 to 15. So, bottom line is this. I think McCaffrey is high risk this year. Good to see you, Robsters. Always good to have you. Crozy? Okay, I got you. And no, you're right. I'm new to fantasy. I'm going into my third year playing. Oh, yeah, dude. I think you could directly benefit from this. Because, like I said, the beauty about it is that you're going up against some of the better drafters in the world. So you're going to get kind of a throw into the fire type of experience. And also, you give yourself, like we talked about, so much upside on a weekly basis to win so much money in weekly winners particularly. You can win life-changing money in other best ball tournaments. And the beauty about it is that when I draft on Underdog all offseason and then I do a redraft league on ESPN or Sleeper or Yahoo, you see the values that are so much more easy to take advantage of in redraft leagues when you're drafting against really good drafters every day on Underdog. So in my opinion, well worth it, man. I think you'd get some value out of it. Money and a thing, I hate fun. I like torture and pain. God, Money and Thing is a masochist, dude. He's a masochist. We got a masochist in here. He hates fun. He just has a burning hatred for the word fun and the experience and feeling of fun. It doesn't vibe well with him. Oh, man. Silly, silly stuff we always talk about on this one. Let me tell you. All right. Trey McBride at the 306. Pretty good value, honestly, in weekly winners because tight ends usually go earlier. I will say that. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave running back up to the imagination. I don't think I can turn down Neighbors at the 311. I don't. Neighbors would have been nice, but that's okay. We will... You know what, man? Let's just go with Kyron. I'm fine with going 3 RB start, to be honest. And then we'll definitely go receiver here. Weekly winners. I think Zay's got a higher weekly ceiling than Tet. I'll go Zay. Robsters also been slamming Dolphins receivers and Malik Willis at the end of the draft. Willis has rushing upside. They'll be playing from behind a ton, and someone has to catch passes there. Worth the last 2 to 3 picks, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't think that's a terrible strategy. I think that I've taken a good share of Washington. I've taken some of their rookies. I think that there clearly is upside there that would be worth that pick range. If they were going earlier, I would definitely say pump the brakes because they don't have that much upside, I don't think. Like, I was kind of statting out players today, and I was like, you know what, man? I don't think that any wide receiver in Miami can do better than a wide receiver 36 finish. Which, again, if one of them did, where they're going in drafts, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. So, I think that at the cost, it's worth it. Willis, I also think, has QB12 upside. So I think he can be a low-end QB1. But, again, just on a limited fashion. So, yeah, I don't think that's a bad strategy. Crozy says, what's the weekly format? Yeah, so this one that I'm in right now, this is the weekly winners. So, normal underdog drafts, they operate based on a tournament-style advancement. So weeks 1 through 15, it's all based on how many points you've accumulated compared to the rest of your draft lobby. And the top 2 teams advance to the playoffs where it becomes tournament style. And it's in weekly winners, what happens is that there's no playoffs. Every single week, you'll have a chance to win $20K, $10K to first, $5,500 to third, $4,000 to fourth. And it's all based on what your score is in the week. So if you have a 220-point week, and that's in the top 5 out of the amount of people that are in this draft, which I think the amount of people that are in this is like 200,000. So if you are like in 5th out of 200,000 people on any given week, then you get the payout. So every single week they're making the payouts based on the best scores in the entire weekly winners draft. In a nutshell, that's how it works. I like Jameson Williams here. I think that's a good value to get on JMO as my wide receiver too. But yeah, let me know if you have any other questions. Yeah, weekly winners is a little new. Like, this is a new one for me. I'm way more experienced and have so much confidence. I won $19,000 playing underdog in 2024, and I have a lot more confidence in other tournaments. This is a little bit of a newer one for me myself. So let's go BTJ. I think I'm in on BTJ here in every format, but especially weekly winners. So let's look. So weekly winners, 186,000 entrants. So basically every single week, if you have the highest score out of 186,000 people, you get $20,000. This is a weekly payout, depending on how you score compared to everybody else out of 186,000 throughout weeks 1 through 17. Money and a thing. You don't think Kalon Black will be the backup? Jordan James didn't log a single touch on offense last year. I'd lean towards Black based on draft capital. Is that true? Jordan James didn't log a single touch? No, well, I guess we're not counting postseason, but I do think, I like I said, I'm just leaning more towards Jordan James, just what I've been seeing. It looks like it's going to be Jordan James as the edge, but it very easily could be Kalon Black. I mean, they drafted him in the 3rd round this year. Jordan James, I think, was a 4th round pick the previous year, so it could definitely be one of those situations where I'm wrong and it's Kalon Black, but that's why I've been taking both of them. I've got more Jordan James because I think it will be, but I have a decent amount of Kalon Black too, just in case. Because the bottom line is, either one, if CMC goes down, man, Shanahan just has a long history of wanting to utilize one running back. So one of them will have a lot of upside if CMC were to go down. So I think spread your wealth situation. MC Spears, good to see you. Happy Wednesday to you. Hopefully you're doing well. The draft room makes my draft. And if someone snipes me, I snipe them back 3 times. Is that why I never win? You're vengeance drafting. That's what it is. That's what I call it. That's probably why you struggle sometimes, because you're vengeance drafting rather than logic drafting. It happens to most of us. It's not just you. Good to see you in here, man. Money and a thing with Willis, I'm worried he pulls a Justin Fields. It is so bad that he gets benched mid-season. Well, that's, I think, very possible too. Listen, I was talking about the, I was doing team, fantasy projections this morning, and I was looking at a lot of the Dolphins. And the thing with Willis, man, is that we've only seen it in spots. Like, he's not ever been a full-time starting quarterback an entire season. And when he was a full-time starter with Tennessee, he was terrible. Then he comes to Green Bay, develops, good for him. But it's only like in spots that we see him do really well. So I've said this throughout the offseason a lot, actually. I don't think it's impossible that he does get benched either. MC Spears says, QB fly like bald eagles on DK. I believe it, dude. It's so fascinating to go from platform to platform and see what the ADPs are like on certain players. It is fascinating. I'm going to go T-Law here, stacking with BTJ. I think T-Law has a high upside on a weekly basis as well, so... I think that Fannin has a lot of upside on a weekly basis too. I'm going to go with Fannin as my tight end 1. Big Bando TV, good to see you, man. Hopefully you're doing well on this Wednesday. Salute. Good to see you, man. MC Spears, underdog is running back heavy on top rounds, especially in round 2, man. Round 2, it's a running back fest. From 201 to the 208, 207 range. So that's for sure. Big Bando TV, Dynasty win now. Would you move Cook for Judkins and Worthy or hold Cook? For win now, I would definitely hold Cook. I don't think that Judkins can probably ever reach James Cook's heights to like RB5 range. I think Judkins is a great player, but I think he's just going to be plagued on a bad offense for the majority of his career. With Worthy, I'm not convinced he'll ever be anything more than he is. So I would just hold. I would hold James Cook. I don't think there's any sense trading him for that package right there. Crozy says, this is great practice. What the F? I got to lock in. You got to lock in, man. Dude, yeah, either go down in the description of this video and grab that link that says Play Underdog Sports and sign up on there. Or, better yet, this usually doesn't give people as many issues. Go to the App Store on your phone and download the Underdog app. But the most important part is to use code FFR to sign up. Because when you do that and you hop into a draft, just one draft, I don't care which one it is, I'll send you a free copy of the best Underdog draft strategies and their advancement rates. This is all historical data that Underdog provides on their best and worst draft strategies round by round through 5 rounds, their playoff advancement rates, their semi-advancement rates, and their finals advancement rates. So you get this all in a free Google Sheet when you sign up using my code and playing. So, yeah, I would say you're primed to hop in, man, because it's valuable info. Like, this is really valuable information that you get for free when you play using my code. So, MC Spears, I saw 2-3-11-2 on Underdog. That's wild. That's wild, man. Razor's Edge, what do you think is your average draft position? What do I think is my average draft position? I would say the majority of time, I'm usually towards the end. I think I'm usually towards the end of drafts. I would say the 110 has been a popular pick for me. 111 has been a popular pick. What do I like the most? I would definitely say anywhere in the top 5. Particularly the 103. I would say the 102 as well. I really like those 2 picks the best. I like the 105. I'm good with the 10. I'm good with the 111. I'm going to go Kittle just so I don't auto pick somebody. I'll be done with tight ends. If Purdy's there, I'll take him for the stack. If he's not there, I'm going Purdy. All right, here we go. I like those. I like that combo right there. I like that. Yeah, I would say my favorite, man, is personally the 103, 102. But I'm also okay with the 111, 112 as well. I like it. I like a double running back start in that range. Crozy says, sleeper ESPN mock not doing it for me. Yeah, dude, they're just not high ups. Not high upside. They're not super valuable this time of year, man. And I just think that when you're drafting against more casual players, you don't get a true feel for what you can do. The best way to learn is to get thrown into the fire with a bunch of drafters who were some of the best in the world. Like, I've been doing Underdog for years. This truly is like the best spot for drafters this time of year to get practice and get ahead of league mates in redraft leagues, in my opinion. Because once you draft on Underdog, you'll just see the amount of values that are available in redraft leagues, you know, based on where they're going in Underdog. And they're different, but like still overall, you can learn how to take advantage of your league mates so well when you draft on Underdog. MC Spears, my numbers were off, but he had 11 wide receiver. That's insane, dude. Yeah, that's insane. 11 wide receivers are, those builds are crazy, but I like it. I like a crazy build. I definitely do. Mock draft is like demo stock trades, waste of time. A lot of times they are, man. A lot of times they are in redraft leagues. Unless you've got a good group you're drafting with, the most valuable form of practice is definitely on Underdog, in my opinion. Robsters, Little Dalmatian fill in 48 hours? Not even, dude. The Little Dalmatian was done in like 30 hours probably. It was so fast. Because last night, it was not there. And I think it opened like midday Monday, so it was like 30 to 36 hours. 48 hours, it did not make it that long. MC Spears, I got 10 littles in, was picked 5 or 6, 8 times. That's wild, man. Yeah, you got more than me. I only got 3. I only got 3 little Dalmatians in. In hindsight, wish I did more that night, or that day, but that's what we did. So, and by the way, guys, we just crossed the 1 hour mark on the stream, so if you haven't already, please show your support to the channel by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, especially if you're new. You will not only help the channel grow, but you'll also be in a position to where you won't miss when I go live, because I go live every day, so make sure you're staying up to date by hitting that sub button. I like Diggs, man. I think Diggs is a very good pick in this range. However, Trey Tucker's still there. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take Chris Rodriguez with the Jacksonville backfield. And Diggs I'm good with. I'm good with Hunter. I'm good with Trey Tucker. So Trey Tucker, easy answer. I don't care if it's an overdraft. I do not care. I do not care. What's my favorite draft spot? Like I said, I think the 103, the 102 are my 2 favorites right now. 111, 112 I'm also good with because it's a position where I can go double running back, start, and feel great about it. So those are my 4 favorites right there. Either front or back of the draft. MC Spears, 3 quarterback is a must. Good call. I don't think it's a must. It's just, it depends on build, man. It depends on build, especially like weekly winners. Maybe that's the case, but with normal underdog drafts, there's plenty of strategies that have an ideal build of 2 quarterbacks and 4 quarterbacks. There's also 3 quarterback builds, so it just depends, honestly, what build you're doing. Robsters, drafting you at the 101 next BBM I'm in. Oh, dude, you're so kind. Am I really worth the 101? That's amazing to hear. I think I'm worth the 101. Look at me, dude. I'm a freaking beast. Oh, man. MC Spears, DK, if I do Bowers, I add Mayer. I've drafted Mayer quite a few times myself, actually. I mean, when you look at Clint Kubiak last year, he loved utilizing 2 tight end sets. So I think he's got plenty of upside. I mean, there's a reason the Raiders have not traded him. Because Mayer, man, when they drafted him, he was like one of the best prospects in the class. And the only reason they drafted Bowers is because he fell to the 15th and he was too good to pass up on. It wasn't because they didn't like Mayer. Mayer has just kind of fallen into an unfortunate situation. But this year, it could be different with Clint Kubiak, and I expect it. So I've drafted Mayer standalone, especially if I'm going 4 tight end builds. I've done that a lot. Robsters, league-winning upside. Oh, man. I mean, look at me, dude. I'm a freaking animal. I mean, I would expect most people to draft me 101 overall. That's just my opinion. I think that the upside is clear as day if you just have eyes and you open them. So, I appreciate that, my man. Money in a thing. My ideal draft spot is wherever I can get Woody Marks, Trey Tucker, and Chig all on the same team. Ain't that the truth, dude? Ain't that the freaking truth? You can't do that here. Not in this range. All right. Let's get serious. There's several players I like. I liked Sharbs there, but that's okay. I like Jonah Coleman. I like Tajay. I like Trey Harris a lot. Judy can sometimes give you some big weeks. He can. So I have liked him from a best ball perspective. I'm going to go ahead and take Tajay Spears, actually. Going Trey Harris here. I like that. I like it a lot. I think I'm going to stick with these 5 backs right here. And then just go wide receiver rest of the way. Balajair, good to see you, man. Happy Wednesday to you. Do both Genty and Bowers really live up to ADP? It's a good question. I think they're both risky to a point. Genty, I've just got issues with. It's not issues. I don't want to say it like that because I have liked taking him. But for some reason, I can't fully wrap my arms around Genty. And it's mostly just because when you're on a bad team, the running back position is particularly the most affected. Like, this is a historical thing that you can look back to. They are the most affected. And I think the Raiders will be better this year, but how much better? Are they still going to be bad? Because if they're still bad, then Genty won't fulfill price. Because at this point, he's been more of a consistent round 1 guy. Bowers is obviously a huge risk because he's a second-round pick. But I think with Bowers, there's less hurdles in his way to fulfill ADP. I think if Bowers stays healthy, that's the only thing that can really screw this up with Bowers. I think if he's unhealthy for the majority of 2026, that's the only thing in his way. Because I think for me, quarterback is going to be fine. Play caller is going to be fine. And he's not at a position to where he's having to rely on a game script. And better yet, if they're trailing, then Bowers gets a lot more targets. So the one guy, like for me in that offense, I like Genty, and I have taken him quite a bit. I've struggled to fully buy in, though, just because of that. And I think that Bowers, while he is a riskier pick, just because he's a tight end at the second round cost, I think there's less hurdles in his way than there are for Genty. It's a good question. Good to see you, man. Always good to have you. You always provoke thought-provoking questions. Grant LA, good to see you, man. Happy Wednesday to you. Hopefully you're doing well. My first weekly winners draft. Probably should have stacked a few select weeks, but who knows? Who knows, man? It's my first go-around this year with weekly winners, too, so I don't know if I'll do any good in this tournament, but hopeful. I'm hopeful. I'm definitely way more confident in other best ball tournaments, which, speaking of, start voting in the chat what you want to get into next. We could do weekly winners again. We could do Best Ball Mania. We could do the Eliminator. Those are the 3 options there. Good to see you, Grant. MC Spears, I did a beer run. Did I miss out? Nah, man. We're almost finished up with this one, so make sure to have that trigger finger ready because we're going to hop into one after this. Here's the thinking Stribling has upside with the party stack. Let's do that. Yeah, my bye weeks are kind of spread out all over the place in this one. Week 7, heavy bye weeks. Give me Tyreek. I want that late season upside. EBZ and Flo, good to see you, man. Happy Wednesday to you. Hopefully you're doing well. Steelers' only chance this year is if Rodgers plays every week while on ayahuasca. Yes. My dad and I last year when we were watching, if you don't know, we're Steelers fans. I've been a lifelong Steelers fan living in Texas. We were watching the Steelers last year with Rodgers, and we would always make comments like that. Like, there'd be moments where they would show Rodgers, and he'd be, like, smiling, and we'd be like, oh, he was talking to a tree while he was on ayahuasca. Like, it was a running joke in our household, for sure. Running joke in the Podner household. Good to see you, man. Robsters, I've taken almost 0 Genty. Wow. Hard to see him outperforming his price. I kind of feel like that, too. I still will take him just because I've done 200 plus drafts. So it would be crazy for me to not take him. But yeah, if I was in most people's position where I wasn't doing 200 plus drafts, Genty wouldn't be as highly drafted for me. He wouldn't be. Because I struggle with him. I do. As I just explained. MC Spears, I hate when one pick takes all 30 seconds. I'll be honest, I've done that myself quite a few times, so I can't be too harsh, but it is kind of annoying. It's like when you're driving and someone's going slow and you pass them up, and then someone passes you up, and you're like, okay, well, you're a speed racer. It's like one of those things. That makes no sense, I don't think. I think that makes zero sense. Braden Geyer, Eliminator. We got one Eliminator vote and one vote in total. So we got a couple more minutes here for you to cast a vote. So you guys let me know. If nothing changes, the Eliminator is the pick. Razor's Edge, you would be a great NFL TV color commentator. I appreciate that, man. All my life I've been told that I should do some sort of radio, color commentating, something like that. So I just have the voice for it, I think. But I like what I do on YouTube, man. I like having my own thing. But I appreciate that. It's very nice to hear. Weekly winners, man. I like the upside on a weekly basis of Malachi Fields. I'll go Fields here. If Kupp is available, I'll take a sneaky veteran pick. If he's not available, you know what? I'm actually just going to go with the younger guy. Give me Torrey Horton. Give me T. Hort. All right, here we go. That's draft number 2 on the day, weekly winners. Ashton Genty, Amarian Hampton, Kyron Williams, Zay Flowers, Jamison Williams, Brian Thomas Jr., Trevor Lawrence, Harold Fannin, George Kittle, Brock Purdy, Chris Rodriguez, Trey Tucker, Tyjae Spears, Trey Harris, Dejon Stribling, Tyreek Hill, Malachi Fields, and Torrey Horton. You guys let me know what you think of this team. Like the video, subscribe to the channel to show your support, help the channel grow. And also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss future episodes and streams because I'm live every day doing these drafts. So we're going to do the Eliminator this time. This one's fun too. I've never had historical success with the Eliminator. Again, this is another weirder way to play best ball. It's not usual that it's like this, but this is the advancement info. So the first week, 6 teams advance. And every week after that, it's a 50% chance of advancement. And it becomes two-person pools after that. So 1 out of 2 advances to a 3-seed final in week 17. And you can win some serious money. $200K to first, $100K to second. Again, if you're new and you want in on this, just either grab the link that's in the description of the video and sign up using code FFR, or download the Underdog app from the App Store and sign up using code FFR, because that's the important piece, because when you do that, then you'll get a free copy of the best Underdog draft strategies and their advancement rates. So let's get into this. Let's start the countdown from 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hop into the Eliminator, man. Let's freaking do this. I think the Eliminator is something I would like to be good at. I have not historically had success with it, but we are waiting on 11 people. We're not going to sit here forever waiting on the Eliminator, so let's fill this lobby up quick, or we'll just pivot to Best Ball Mania. So waiting on 8 people. Let's get this one full. MC Spears, I added Bitcoin under the 200-week moving average Mastiff. Yeah, Mastiff won't happen, man. Unless I get a $500 super chat, I can't swing it. I can't swing the Mastiff, man. Late round equals fill in bye weeks. Go QB running back on this. Did what we did. We'll see how it goes. See how things go. Waiting on 6 people. Let's get this one going, man. Waiting on 5. 5 people for the Eliminator. Let's do this, man. I love the Eliminator. The Eliminator does not love me. That's been my experience in the Eliminator. But hopefully this year, things will be a little different. That's what I'm hoping for. MC Spears, I'm in. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's fill this Eliminator up. Oh, man. I think I pulled a muscle in my back yesterday when I was golfing. My back's been bothering me today. Braden Geyer, Chad, I need this to join up. We got some people itching to get in the Eliminator today. I see this. Again, guys, if you're new and you want in on this one, you know what to do. Either grab that link in the description or download the Underdog app from the App Store and use code FFR to sign up and meet us in the Eliminator. Let's do this, man. And also, the cool thing Underdog's doing right now is if you sign up using my code FFR and you play something, you'll be entered into a chance to win $1 million. $1 million from Underdog if the United States wins the World Cup. It's actually pretty sweet. They're just going to give $25 million total. $1 million to 25 different people if the U.S. wins the World Cup for no reason. It's actually kind of cool. MC Spears, I golf, I can fix your putting. Well, I'll tell you what then. Go down in the description of this video and click on the link that says My Golf Channel. That's my other YouTube channel. First of all, it'd be great if you guys would subscribe and show support to that channel. But go watch one of the videos and see my putting and help me fix it, because my putting sucks. That's my biggest problem in the game of golf. Robsters, you got fitted clubs. Just got my first set, game-changing. Shave about 4 strokes per round. I do have a fitted club set. I got fitted for them when I first started golfing. I have a set of Callaway Mavericks, and I love them. Love my irons, man. Love my irons and wedges. And they're fantastic. Yeah, they're fantastic, man. I think I just like pulled a muscle yesterday. And I felt it this morning waking up, I'll tell you that. But yes, I love it, dude. Yeah, seriously, go check out my golf channel, guys. Link to that channel is in the description. One more person. Come on, man. Let's fill it up. Let's do this, man. We are so close to getting this one full. We got to do it. All right, here we go. We're in. We are in, baby. Let's do this. Let's do it. We got EBZN Flow in here. Sweaty Assistant here. I'm at the 107 this time. Robster in at the 109. Al Boogie feels like a familiar name. Let's do this, dude. Let's freaking do this. Balajire, the Cardinals are going to be passing game scripts all year against good teams. A lot of Cardinals players go early in drafts. Who are you in on at cost? I would say my favorite cost right now from a Cardinals perspective is easily Michael Wilson. And Marv's price is good. Marv's price is very good. Like, this is the cheapest you've ever been able to get him. My thing, though, Wilson is cheaper, and he's done more to this point. Like, with Marv, I think we're always going to be, not always, there will come a point where if he doesn't perform, then people are just going to give up on him. But we are in a position also to where this is another year people are thinking it's going to be the breakout. It's going to be the breakout. Man, I think you just look what Michael Wilson did last year. Say to yourself, if Brissett's the guy, which I expect for the majority of this season at least, there's chemistry there, and Michael Wilson showed a massive ceiling. So for me, it's Michael Wilson. I love Michael Wilson at cost. Another good question, man. MC Spears, on the practice, putt to a tee, not a hole. Like aim at a tee is what you're saying? Like pick the aiming point as a tee? Interesting. My problem is I have no feel. I blast putts all the freaking time. I have no feel for greens. So if you have tips for that, let me know. We'll go JT here. Clandestine C4, good to see you, man. Happy Wednesday to you. If you could build a perfect best ball lineup that nailed the top scores at every position using the best ball lineup format, what would your roster look like? If you could build a perfect best ball lineup that nailed the top scorers at every position. Basically, the question is, like, who would I want at each position the most? Quarterback, I would say, give me Josh Allen. Running backs, I would say, give me Gibbs and Bijan, obviously. 3 wide receivers, JSN, Jamar, Puka. Tight end, I'll take Brock Bowers. And flex, I'd probably take Amon-Ra over JT, me personally, because I think that Amon-Ra just a little bit more consistent. Upside is also high. I worry about JT this year. That's probably my answer for you, though. I'm going to go Chase Brown here. RB start again. Again, the Eliminator, we don't usually need to use my draft strategies Google sheet. Eliminator's just different. We've done some different types of drafts today. Clandestine C4, good to see you in here, man. Braden Geyer, the 104. Oh, I know, baby. Robsters at the 109. I know. MC Spears, I'm Spearfish. Okay, sweet, dude. Sweet. I was curious. Let's freaking do this, man. Is this your first time drafting? Are you a new drafter? I noticed there's no shield there for you. I'm curious now. Mute Bars, good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well for yourself today. I'm at 6, no sniping, I promise. Dude, you could do whatever you want to, man. You could do whatever you want to. Nothing is ever personal for me in fantasy football. I love what I do as a fantasy football YouTuber, and I'm happy as a person because I don't take things personally. I choose to live life like that. You could do whatever you want to, man. I like to just give people a hard time. Easy R1P, good to see you, man. Hopefully you're doing well for yourself today. Neighbors round 1, always got the neighbors hype, baby. Always got the neighbors hype. Ironically, the Eliminator is where Neighbors goes the latest. Ironically. MC Spears says, I snipe. LOL, not here, I won't. Dude, you guys can do whatever you want to, man. Usually when we all draft together, it is a sniper's paradise anyways, so. I don't think I need Josh Allen. I feel like I can go later, quarterback. I'm going to go with Kyron. I feel like getting running backs early in the Eliminator is good. MC Spears says, yes, if you hit a 1 millimeter tee, the hole gets bigger. That's a good point. That is a good point. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. I think, yeah, like I said, man, my aim with putts is not necessarily a problem. My biggest problem usually is speed. I have no feel for greens. No feel. And it pisses me off. Yesterday, like golfing yesterday, I was blasting putts. And this is my home course I'm playing at, mind you. I've been playing at this course for 6 years. And I still don't get the green speed. I have no feel. It drives me crazy when I blast putts all the time. Dante Demora, good to see you, man. Always happy to have you in the chat. Hopefully you're doing well today. And thank you again for being a loyal member of the Roundup family. We live indeed, and it's good to have you in here. MC Spears, I was 90% DK. Okay, so you're most of the time in on DraftKings. But are you new to Underdog? Is this a new thing for you? Or have you done more of DK? Just curious. Dante Demora, I have no shield. I'm new even though I'm in here every day. Yeah, it takes you a while to get a shield. Yeah, just because you don't have a shield doesn't mean you're brand new. But I was just curious. Yeah, I didn't have a shield for probably the first 2 years. So yeah, it sometimes takes a while. I'm tempted to go with Scat here, honestly, or Swift. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for running back start. I don't care. I do not care. Doing my Arnold accent for you guys. What do you guys think of that one? I do not care. Get out. There's a bomb. Get out of there. It's not bad, huh? Mute bars, respect. Dude, much respect, man. MC Spears, Dante, good luck. No, he's not in this one. He's not in this one. Dante's gamer tag on Underdog is the June Bugs. So hopefully we'll get him in. We might do another one after this one, honestly. I'm feeling good today. It's early in the day, so I have plenty of energy to do another one. Rendadai, what's going on? Good to see you, man. Happy Wednesday to you. What are your thoughts of taking Hampton and Genty at the 12 spot this year? Full PPR, 2 flex, then just hammer receivers. I think it's a good idea to do that. If it was me personally, man, we were just talking about Genty. I would rather go with like Hampton and James Cook, Hampton and Achane, rather than Genty. I just think that Genty, there's just a little bit more risk there. If neither one of those guys is on the board, though, I would definitely take Genty. He's my next running back ranked. But I love the idea. Yeah, if you're at the 12 spot, that's usually my strategy is to go double running backs, and in that position, I'm gonna get Hampton. Hampton for me is the for sure ski. Like that's the guy I know I'm coming away with. But other than that, man, I think that Achane or Cook is my preferred pick. But no, I love the strategy of going double running back, hammering receivers round 3 and 4, and then kind of going from there. Good to see you, man. Hopefully we'll see you more often in the chat. Feels like it's been a little bit. I'm going to leave Lamar. I'm going to go with Devontae. Yeah. I don't know why. I haven't picked Devontae very much, but just fit my eye for some reason in this one. Don't know why. MC Spears, no big win on Underdog. Gotcha, man. Well, it's good to have you in here. Lee G, what's good, playa? Good to see you, man. Hopefully you're doing well for yourself today. We're having a good day, man. We're having a good day. We've been doing 2 weekly winners to start. Now we're in the eliminators, so it's been a good day so far. How are you doing? Robsters, 4 running backs to start, eh? You just you never know with me, man. I'm open to doing anything. I'm open to a lot of different types of things, man. I love a weird build. That's for sure. Lee G, I think you need 500 drafts for the first shield. Next shield, 1,000. That makes sense. Yeah, that seems like it adds up. Feels like it adds up. Yeah, because people have been telling me it was based on experience and a number of drafts, so that does make sense. MC Spears, who Dante? Oh, Dante's great, man. Dante has been here for a while. He's been a longtime fan, and he's now a loyal member of the Roundup family membership. and I very much appreciate it. Balajire, who are your favorite players to take at the 2-3 turn? Mine are Rice, Pickens, and ETN. It's a good question. Let me think about that. Let me think about that while I make my pick. Man, my eye itchy. Need to take some allergy medicine. I'm going to go with Drake May. That's what I'm doing. Week 11 looking, I don't know about that. Yeah, that's, maybe I should have gone Burrow there. I don't know. I didn't want to go Burrow because I had Chase Brown, but I've got 3 Week 11 bye weeks in the first 6 picks. Probably not ideal. Favorite players of the 2-3 turn? Yeah, I think the 2-3 turn for me, Rashee Rice, typically you don't have to do him that early, but I do love Rice. And all I know is that if we get to a point in the offseason where it's August, we're doing redraft drafts, and we know that Rashee Rice will be there for the, he won't be suspended at least, then Rashee Rice for me is definitely in that range. AJ, if he makes it there, I love. Pickens, if he makes it there, I love. I would say that Jeremiah Love in that range I like. I think that it's too early for other running backs. For me personally, I think I'm going double receiver at the 2-3 turn. And Nico's good too. So anyone between Rashee, AJ, Pickens, Nico, if they're there, I'm really in on those picks. Another good question. Balajard just coming in here with some thought-provoking questions today. Love it. Dante DeMoro, last night he started with like 5 or 6 running backs in a row. Dude, I have been known to do some wild builds, and I'm okay. I'm very comfortable doing it because, like I said, my Google sheet of information is very valuable, and I give it away for free for those of you who want it. The valuable info on their side. I'm not in this one yet. Yep. Got to get you in. MC Spears, I'm done with running backs. I honestly might be too, to be honest with you. I definitely might be. I think I'm going to definitely going receiver here. Marvin at this stage I do like a lot. I wasn't going to take him, but Marvin at that stage I do like. In the 7th, I think that's pretty nice. Rendenai, what's going on? Does having 2 flex spots in your league change the way you draft? PPR league? Does it change the way I draft? The only thing that it would change is I would be even more reluctant to go quarterback and tight end early. And I'm already pretty reluctant on going quarterback or tight end early, especially both. So if you throw in a second flex, I'm very reluctant to do that. Because I just think, man, this year there's such good quarterback and tight end values later in drafts that for me, I would rather just load up on running back and receiver anyways. 1 quarterback, 1 flex, 2 receiver, 2 running back format. Then you throw in another flex, I'm definitely much more willing. I'm way less willing to go quarterback or tight end early, and especially both. I would say that's the change I would have in that situation. All right. Probably going receiver again. Quarterbacks here are enticing, but I don't think I'm going to go quarterback. I think I'm going receiver. Mekhi Lemon, for some reason, not wildly sought after in the Eliminator, which I kind of like. I'll take Mekhi Lemon here. Gonna hurt to lose some of those quarterbacks. I would have liked them. Dante DeMora got Bijan, Nico, Pickens in a $1 Dalmatian. I like that, man. I like that combo. That's a good one. MC Spears, Lemon's highlight reel is crazy. Oh, yeah. Love Mekhi Lemon, the player. Love Mekhi Lemon, the player. I think he's an excellent prospect. Little worried about Jalen Hurts and him meshing together. I don't think they are a great fit on paper, but we'll see how it meshes and if Philly can figure it out. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some Zyrtec. Here we go. Sitting here feeling my allergies kick up, man. Now we're good. Now we're good. Now we're good. And by the way, guys, we did just cross the 100-minute mark on the stream, so please go down there if you haven't already. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel to show your support. Help the channel grow. And especially if you're new, make sure you're keeping up with all the drafts because we draft every single day. We are live every single day, so make sure you don't miss it. MC Spears, eat local raw honey. You know, I'll be honest, I actually did look into that. Haven't done it, but I actually have considered trying that, so I could definitely be convinced. Week 11 is going to crush me if I go Fannin. I think I'm going to go Bo. I'm going Bo here. I had 3 week 10 buys too. This could be trouble for sure. But hopefully it works. Dante DeMore, the bees need you. They do, man. The bees. I am the bee's knees. That's what I am. I am the bee's knees. Man, I'm feeling the allergies today. Support your local bees today. Do you have a link or something? Oh, man. All right. Hopefully you're right, MC Spears. Hopefully it will be money because I've got quite a few Week 11 buys. I've got quite a few Week 10 buys. That's usually not good in the Eliminator to stack up bye weeks on top of each other, but we'll see. Man, Fannin, if he makes it, I don't know how I pass up on him here. I'll be honest. That's that's tough to pass up on him. I think I'm going to be done with running backs. I think I'm going to stick with 4. Man, Fannin, what are we doing here? I was going to say, if he drops, I don't know how I say no. I am going to take Kittle here to avoid a Week 11 bye week again. Week 8 bye week, that's good for Kittle, so I'm good with that. That's the thing about the Eliminator, man. You got to be cautious about bye weeks. This is the only format where I'm cautious of bye weeks. This is the only format I'm cautious of it. Robster's been sniped on every quarterback. It's tough, man. I was considering going Shuck there, actually. I was considering it. But I needed tight end more. I don't know. I might go 3 quarterbacks, but I might just stick with Bo and May also. Could definitely see myself sticking. Yeah, this is the only format. I don't like watching out for bye weeks. That's the thing with the Eliminator that I struggle with, is that I hate monitoring bye weeks because I think you overthink things so easily, but the Eliminator is that only tournament where it's like you do have to watch out for them. Jaden Higgins. Jaden Higgins goes. Was kind of hoping he'd be back to me, but that's all right. I'm going to go with Malik Willis here, actually. It's been a while, and it's a week 6 bye. I don't have many of those on the scorecard, so we'll be done with quarterback. MC Spears. I have 3 top 3 quarterback, all different bye weeks. Yeah, that's a good idea, man. I think I'm scared for myself. Week 11, week 10, I've got several guys on that same bye week right there, so I'm a little worried for those 2 weeks right there back to back. Let's see what you're doing, Spearfish. You got a couple week 14s. You got a couple week 11s. Other than that, you're in pretty good shape, I'd say. Yeah, other than that, you're in good shape. Yeah, stacking in the Eliminator, I would not say is a huge priority. I would not say I would actually kind of opt against it a lot of times. MC Spears, I have 4 running backs, all different. I like it, dude. Yeah, I also am in the same position as well. So running backs I'm good with. It's just the accumulation of all of them. Like I've got May in week 11, Kyron in week 11, and Devontae in week 11. That's it's a little frightening there. I don't care at all. I'm going Trey Tucker here. I don't care what the bye week situation is. Week 13, it's could be worse. Could be worse. I do not care. Braden Geyer, I haven't done this type of draft in a while, but I think my team is pretty good so far. Let's check you out, man. Couple week 11 buys out of the gate. Couple week 8s as well. Couple week 13s. No, you're in pretty good position. Yeah, you've got a couple week 8, week 13s, but yeah, for the most part, dude, I would say get to kicking, man. I think you got it in pretty good shape here for yourself. I think so. Rodgers goes in the 12th. That seems new. Balajire says, I think Marvin benefits from more time on a more on-time offense with Brissett and LaFleur. Kyler's scramble and broken play style at quarterback is not great for precision route runners. Exactly my issue with JJ. Well, that's one of a larger issue with Justin Jefferson this year. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I think that's going to pose a problem for him. When it comes to, why am I storing Juwan Johnson? I don't even want him. Brenton Strange. That's who I wanted. There we go. Yeah, when it comes to Marvin, I think it's possible that he does have a big year. I just think that when you look at what Wilson did, we don't have to guess that he has that upside. With Marvin, it still is a guess. It still is a guess. So for me, I'd rather just take the shot on Wilson a couple rounds later. But the good thing about this one is I got Marvin in the 7th, so pretty happy with that. But I could see it. Braden Geyer, Week 11 bye week this week, just has too much talent this year. I know it does. Week 11, it's going to eat a lot of people, man. It's going to eat a lot of people in the Eliminator for sure. 3S Garage, good to see you in here, man. Happy Wednesday to you. Hopefully you're doing well. Are we expecting any more draft leagues before the holiday weekend? Yeah, I talked about it earlier. I would bet against it. I think they'll probably just wait until next week, and then they'll drop another bombshell. Like probably another Puppy 3 is what I'm expecting next week. I would think that through the 4th of July, they'll just run with what they have, and then they'll hammer it after the holiday. And my guess is that the Puppy 3 drops after 4th of July. That's my guess. The Monday following. Yeah, I'm okay with taking a shot on Travis Hunter. 7th round. Or 7th. Week 7 bye week. I am okay with that, I think. .3S Garage, man, good to see you in here. MC Spears, 7 and 11. Yeah, 7 is also, that's also a rough week for buys as well. That is also a rough week. La Eliza, good to see you. Happy Wednesday to you. Do you think the normies are going to start flooding our chat after the holiday? It's possible. I'm not sure. Usually, the month of July comes, and then usually after the 4th, you start getting a slower trickle, in my experience. And then, like, towards the end of July, like the last 2 weeks of July, it starts to, like, if you're thinking about it as like a water hose, it's like a slow trickle, like after 4th of July. 2 weeks, like, before August, it starts to open up more and more, and then it just busts open in August. So that's my guess. Is here pretty soon it'll start filling up faster. But good to see you in here. It's always good to talk to you guys. And yeah, like I said earlier, I just want to make sure people understand when the season comes around and I start getting more super chats. Not that I don't want to talk to people who don't super chat me. It's just I have to prioritize super chats. Hopefully everybody understands, and it seems like y'all do. But, yeah, it's fun, man. It is fun for me, I will be honest. Week 11. With a tight end, man, this late, I don't mind it as much. I'll go A.J. Barner here, and then we'll just finish out with a bunch of receivers. Oh, man. Not even tired. Just yawning for something. MC Spears, I would give money. YouTube has my card blocked. That's weird. Unless you haven't paid it, that's kind of strange. But if you have another card, you could try that. But yeah, that's interesting. Doesn't usually block that kind of stuff. But I will say I've been asked a lot over the last couple months. If you already had an Underdog account, you can't sign up using my code and then get this for free. So like, how do you get it? I'm gonna put this at a price that protects the value of signing up using Underdog. But I am gonna start selling this to people who already have accounts. So just make sure to stay tuned. I'll probably have that up for sale by next week. That's my guess. So make sure to stay tuned for that. EBZ and Flow. Find out draft Saturday for my big money league. It's getting close. Oh, let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's freaking go. What do I want to do here? Let's go Tank Dell. 2001 Patron, good to see you in here. How you doing today? An idea, what if later on everybody sends their fantasy teams and you with chat review react? Well, I can't do that, and the reason why is because I do team reviews through my website, and in order for me to break down a team, man, I like to spend a lot of time with it to give you guys the best advice and information possible, and so I protect it by... And it has to obviously be worth my time to spend that much on it. So I have to protect people who pay for that information, and they have been paying for that information. So I like the idea. It's just not feasible for me in that situation because I just have to protect the value of it through my website. But good to see you in the chat, man. Hopefully you're doing well, and hopefully we'll see you more often. Unless you've done it before and I never seen, I'm relatively new to your channel. Well, I appreciate you being in here. But yeah, like I said, usually since last year, I do team breakdowns through my website. You actually get to link your team up in my website, and I get to break it down entirely from there and give you like actual, like you insert your league. So I get to see the rest of your league too, which is nice because I can kind of give you more tailored advice. So yeah. We'll actually start doing that as the season approaches, like on live streams too. MC Spears, my card expired and did a super that was returned. Now YouTube wants a blood sample to update my... What? A blood sample? What the hell? That's freaking nuts. I've never heard of that before. An actual blood sample, or are you just being hyperbolic? That's freaking crazy, dude. Give me Tyreek. Give me some late season upside. 2001 Patron. Oh, okay. And day is good. Hope yours as well. My day is going great, man. In here drafting with you guys. It's a blessing. And I appreciate y'all being in here, first and foremost. And hopefully we'll see you more in the chat, man. Hopefully you'll stick around for more chats because it's good to have you here. And yeah, like I said, we'll start doing team breakdown live streams, but they always go through the site to get a team breakdown. Bala Jair, I think Jeremiah Love's floor is lower than people think in weeks 1 through 14 with that schedule. It's much lower than people think. Much lower than people think. That's why I think he's a good third round pick, back of the second round pick. First, like close to the second, early second round, that's too early for him. For me personally, I do not have interest in that. MC Spears, I have one card. It was a joke. Okay, I was about to say, a blood sample is freaking nuts, dude. That's scary. That's scary. Okay, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Braden Geyer. All right, I just threw away $10 on this draft. Have a great rest of your day. B. Ryan. You guys, man. You guys are jokers, dude. Nah, man, have a good day. I appreciate you being a part of the chat and a part of the drafts that we did. So It's good to have you, as always. We're going to go Savion Williams. I don't even care. I do not, yeah. Savion Williams is a guy that I've drafted all by myself. I haven't seen anyone take Savion ever. It's me, myself, and I who take him. But that'll do it for the day. JT, Chase Brown, Kyron, DeAndre Swift, Devontae Adams, Drake May, Marvin Harrison Jr., Mekhi Lemon, Bo Nix, George Kittle, Malik Willis, Trey Tucker, Brenton Strange, Travis Hunter, AJ Barner, Tank Dell, Tyreek Hill, and Savion Williams, man. You guys let me know what you think on your way out. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel on your way out to help the channel grow. And if you're new, make sure you're subscribed. I'm live every day drafting, so don't miss a future one. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good rest of your day. Peace out.